If I could begin with the first part, of course, you could be either a dropper or a 12th student. So if you are a 12th student, boards should be your priority. And if you are a dropper, you will be straight away preparing for the next attempt and then for the advanced, of course. At this stage, you have a lot of things going on. So stop all those unproductive activities which are making you waste a lot of time. And here, if you are confused that, sir, I am not able to prioritize boards or mains and advanced, then go for the 12th based chapters and topics first. January attempt is over and you all must have gotten the reality test. Now, if you are preparing for the April attempt, here is a video which will help you in strategizing that how should you devote your time, what should be your target, and what should you think or prioritize. Let's have a look at that. So three things are there. Of course, three things are there. Boards are there, mains are there, and advanced are there. But at this stage, you should classify or categorize yourself as what kind of or what category of students you are. What do I mean by that? Here, you may have realized that you got to score better in boards. So you would be focusing on boards now. You may be that category of students who have written mains well, so you may be focusing on advanced now. You may be that category of a student who wish to or who wishes to have a better score in mains, so you'll be focusing on boards and mains simultaneously. And of course, managing the time accordingly, that what is your priority now. And of course, with that, if you are clearing the mains, if you have that confidence, you will be simultaneously preparing for advanced as well. So how should you be preparing? That clarity I'd like to give you in this particular video. If I could begin with the first part, of course, you could be either a dropper or a 12th student. So if you are a 12th student, boards should be your priority. And if you are a dropper, you will be straight away preparing for the next attempt and then for the advanced, of course. So the approximately 60 days left for the April attempt, let's work it out. How can you prepare? This is simply an advice which you can or should or must follow. Here, first of all, when you talk about boards, it is a memory-based examination where they check your ability to memorize things. So of course, you go through all the formulae, you revise all the concepts, and you do all the derivations. You do practice all the derivations so that you can write all the concepts, formulae, derivations, and numericals in the examination of physics, chemistry, and maths. And other subjects you can definitely master at this stage because you are already in 12th standard. You must have that ability that how should you clear an examination. You must have developed that knack for clearing the examination, right? Here, do remember that you can get more clarity by solving previous year's papers of board examination. Sample papers are also available and solve them with the time bound so that you can keep a track that whether you're writing all the steps or not with that timing thing in mind, with that time pressure in mind, so that you will get more clarity that whether you are able to complete that entire paper with all the appropriate steps in limited duration or not. And here, at this stage, you have a lot of things going on. So stop all those unproductive activities which are making you waste a lot of time. For example, if you can please take a break from social media. Instead, of course, when you take a break means while you're studying, you wish to take a break, you go for a walk, you play outside, or you may take rest. And while taking the rest, ensure that the phone is not in your hand and you're scrolling. No, please don't do that. And of course, while you're preparing for boards, simultaneously keep preparing for mains as well. Now, if boards is more about memorizing, mains is more about practicing. So for mains, if you're devoting your time accordingly, what is your priority? Accordingly, you can decide that. You know yourself better. So if you're devoting your times for mains as well simultaneously, which you must do, then of course, for mains, at this stage, the best thing would be take as many mocks as possible. Now, please don't start from scratch. Please don't study everything from scratch for mains and don't take it to a level which is not needed to be done by you for every single chapter, for every single topic, if you are targeting mains. I hope you're understanding my words very clearly. Don't have this assumption that, sir, instead of attempting a mock, can I not revise a chapter? I'll be able to save a lot of time. Please understand, if you wish to revise a chapter, if you wish to get more clarity about your weak areas, if you wish to consolidate your concepts, there is nothing better than taking or writing mocks. Please understand that. Write as many mocks as possible. And analyzing the mocks is equally important. And what do I mean by analysis? Analysis means you go through all the questions, you see the solutions. If there is any solution which is better than your solution, then learn that. Learn that optimization, that how can you work on it. And yes, what kind of errors or weaknesses you're having. Are you committing any conceptual errors? Revise that topic only. Don't go for this entire chapter revision. And if you are doing any calculation based silly error, do take care of it. Was it the pressure of time which made you do that? Think of those mistakes, realize those errors so that you don't commit those same mistakes again. Now, if you have written mains or if you're preparing for mains, I'll say if you're confident about writing JEE Advanced, you should simultaneously keep preparing for JEE Advanced as well, if you are that category of students. Now, what do I mean by that? JEE Advanced is more about depth. So far, I'll say if in mains, we always say that every single chapter is equally important because in whichever shift you are, they could throw questions from any domain, any topic. So you should be prepared for all the topics, all the chapters, all the subjects, of course. So if width was required for mains, I'll say width along with depth is required for JEE Advanced. And here, if you are confused that, sir, I am not able to prioritize boards or mains and advanced, then go for the 12th based chapters and topics first, and then go for the 11th based. So when you start preparing right now or at this stage, begin with the 12th chapter so that your board's preparation can also go simultaneously hand in hand. And yes, when you are preparing for JEE Advanced, please start delving deeper, deep dive, because here better, greater, and more clarity is expected from every single topic, every single chapter, every single subject. Everything you must be good at if you're preparing for JEE Advanced. You can prepare the chapter list and you can highlight if you're weak at that chapter, if you're good at that chapter, if you're better at that chapter. So now I'll still say work on weak chapters, weak areas first if you're preparing for JEE Advanced. That philosophy is great, that if you can make good thing better or strong areas stronger, that is definitely fine. But for JEE Advanced, you got to study everything. You got to study everything. So I think this is all about preparing for the next attempt, which you are going to face in the April month, in the month of April. A lot will be discussed in the upcoming videos, but I hope to start off with something, you must have gotten a decent clarity with this particular video. Thank you so much. You have been a great audience.